Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Today is Wednesday, January 7th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. A pre-dawn fire ripped through speedboats at Chalong Pier, damaging more than 20 vessels and triggering an urgent provincial investigation. Chalong police were alerted just before 4 a.m. today after reports of a boat fire in Chalong Bay. Officers arrived to find flames spreading rapidly among speedboats moored close together at Chalong Pier. A security guard told police he spotted smoke and flames while on duty near the Arch 39 Hotel and immediately reported it to the police radio center. Phuket Vice Governor Adul Chalong said that early information suggests that the fire began with an explosion on one speedboat, with strong sea winds carrying sparks to nearby boats. Officials estimate at least 20 speedboats were damaged. Firefighting was made harder by low tide, which limited access and slowed efforts to control the blaze. Rescue teams and disaster prevention officers from Chalong, Rawai, Wichit, and Karon municipalities, along with Pearl Center personnel, were dispatched. The Phuket Provincial Administrative Organization, or the Phuket Obojol, coordinated fire engines and crews, who sprayed water and used ropes to pull boats apart to stop the spread. Governor Nirap Pongsititawan ordered the Phuket Marine Office to provide firefighting foam to reduce the risk of fuel and oil spreading across the water. He also directed police and forensic officers to secure the scene and begin a detailed investigation, including reviewing CCTV from the pier and nearby areas. Officials confirmed that the boats had been fully refueled, as many were scheduled to take tourists to island destinations later today. As the tide rose later in the morning, officials began moving damaged boats away from the pier. The governor ordered the vessels removed as quickly as possible to reduce debris, sediment, and environmental impact in Chalong Bay. No injuries have been reported, and authorities are still assessing the financial damage while the investigation continues. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket officials say they will investigate online claims of bribes linked to entertainment venues, but stress that there's currently no clear evidence. At a press conference at Phuket Provincial Hall on Tuesday, Vice Governor Adul Chalong said that the Provincial Damrongtan Office, or the Ombudsman Office, is ready to examine any formal complaints or supporting information about alleged bribery demands from entertainment venue operators, especially in Patong. The Vice Governor said the province cannot act on rumors alone and needs clearer evidence, but promised any probe would be thorough, fair, and impartial. He added that Governor Nirap Pongsititawan has instructed all officials to work transparently, follow the law, and remain politically neutral during the current election period. Senior Legal Officer Ekapop Buatuan from the Damrongtang Center said that his office will first verify facts, then forward substantiated findings to senior officials and relevant agencies for legal action. He urged anyone with bribery evidence to submit it directly to the Damrongtang Center. The issue spread after a post in a Facebook group alleged that certain people in Patong were demanding payments from venues, comparing it to past extortion cases. Sroy Promtong, the vice president of the Patong Entertainment Business Association, said he is aware of the reports, but confirmed no members have filed complaints and no incidents have been confirmed so far. Officials say they're waiting for formal complaints and evidence. Officials also urged the public and media to verify information before sharing it, warning that unconfirmed claims can damage trust. The briefing also reiterated election rules that candidates may attend community events but cannot donate or stage large activities seen as campaigning, and officials must not use their authority to help or harm any candidate. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket's Big Buddha viewpoint is closed again after only a brief New Year reopening for merit making, according to temple officials. The abbot of Wat Kiti Sankaram, also known as Wat Kata, he said that the hilltop site was allowed to reopen only from December 31st to January 3rd so that people could make merit during the New Year holiday. He also said it closed again on January 4th, and there is no set date to reopen Big Buddha. The abbot added that while permission had previously been granted by the Phuket branch of the Royal Forest Department, further documents and committee steps are still needed before the site can legally operate. The abbot also said the long closure has left the area deteriorated and dirty, and renovations are needed before public access can safely resume. The closure of the Big Buddha site remains tied to ongoing legal proceedings following the deadly landslide in Kata on August 23, 2024. That landslide killed 13 people. injured 19 others, and damaged dozens of homes, with residents filing legal action against the Pra Buddha Ming Mongkol Sata 45 Foundation, which oversees the Big Buddha site. A class action lawsuit was accepted by the Phuket Provincial Court in November. Temple representatives have previously said that the viewpoint would stay closed until compensation issues are resolved and the case concludes. The Phuket Bar Association says that talks have taken place, but no settlement has been reached. As for what's next, officials say that the Big Buddha site will stay closed while legal and administrative steps continue and while renovation work is planned. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. A long-running legal battle over a beachfront development in Rawai is flaring up again as Phuket environmental officials push to enforce a demolition order. Phuket's Office of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, the MNRE, says it has appealed a recent ruling by the Nakhon Si Thammarat Administrative Court, arguing it contradicts a final judgment from Thailand's Supreme Administrative Court. That Supreme Court ruling, issued in September 2023, ordered parts of the Eva Beach project in Rawai to be demolished after finding the construction unlawful. MNRE Phuket Director Natakrit Prompet said that the project breached its approved environmental impact assessment and building rules, including coastal setback requirements. Earlier, expert inspections cited in the case said that some buildings were only about 3 to 5 meters from the high tide line, despite regulations requiring a 50-meter buffer. The Supreme Court also found Rawai Municipality had failed in its duty and that permits were improperly issued. However, demolition has repeatedly stalled as new unit owners file petitions seeking further court consideration. The latest lower court ruling softened findings of negligence against local officials, creating uncertainty over how the Supreme Court order should be enforced. Natakret insists that lower courts cannot override a Supreme Court decision and says the appeal aims to realign the case with that final order. If the appeal succeeds, responsibility to carry out demolition would return to Rawai's current mayor. What happens next depends on the appeal outcome, but for now, the disputed structures remain standing. A closely watched case here in Phuket as coastal development pressure continues. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Thailand is demanding answers after a reported ceasefire breach on the Thai-Cambodian border left a Thai soldier wounded by shrapnel. Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul said Cambodia must immediately clarify what happened early Tuesday morning in Chongbok, Ubon Ratchathani, near Hill 469, after the 2nd Army Region reported Cambodian mortar rounds landed in Thai territory at about 7:25 a.m. The Army said that Sergeant Major First Class Prachya Pilachai was injured in the arm. The Prime Minister told reporters at the Government House that Thai military and security agencies have lodged a formal protest, and the Foreign Affairs Ministry has sent an official letter seeking a diplomatic explanation. He said Thailand's next steps will depend on Cambodia's explanation, and that any response would follow procedures under the joint framework signed by both countries last month. Cambodia initially described the incident as an accident. Later, Cambodia's Defense Ministry spokeswoman said an explosion occurred in a pile of garbage inside their country near the border, injuring 2 Cambodian soldiers, and said that both sides had consulted and were exchanging information. Cambodia reiterated a commitment to resolving tensions peacefully and said that they are respecting recent peace accords. Anutin said that communities near the border are being monitored and supported, and evacuation has not been ordered. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.